Hello, Lou Hamilton from Audible Elegance of Cincinnati, Ohio, doing a video from my home. My store is located in Cincinnati, Ohio. We have a website, Audible Elegance. Do visit it. Please take a look at our new orphanage because it's developing quite rapidly of both new and used equipment. We do work on Instagram and Facebook and X. I write a monthly blog. And tonight I thought I'd talk about the word audiophile. And over 38 years, I've developed somewhat of a jaded thought about what an audiophile is. And it's because there's really two different types of audiophiles. There's an audiophile who wants fine equipment so that he can get to the music, and his music collection is usually quite substantial. And his hobby is, trying to find better equipment. Those folks are okay. The other group, however, is different. And they're not true music lovers per se. What they are, I consider them equipment junkies. The hobby to them is facilitated by music, but the real hobby is the buying and selling of equipment. Their music at home is fairly limited in scope and size. I've seen some that are down to like 15 or 20 selections of music that they're always trying to perfect. And, their hobby is really the buying and selling of the equipment. And if you're going to go out and rely upon somebody who's owned a lot of equipment one way or another as a guide to help you make your selection, well, look for the guy who has a lot of music and different types of music, and not someone who's every time you go over to his house there's like 6 or 7 new pieces that's what he wants to talk about is the equipment, as opposed to you really need to hear this with what I've done using this. And the equipment junkies drive us crazy. They drive me crazy because they're more or less in search of the lost chord, to use an expression out of Moody Blues. They're looking for things that either don't exist or they're trying to repeat an experience that they had many, many years ago, and they're trying to recreate, as I call it, the first time you smelled perfume on a girl, or aftershave on a guy, and you only have that experience once, and trying to recreate that first impression just doesn't work. And so when you're going out and you're trying to rely upon somebody to give you some guidance, keep in mind that you really have to evaluate their suggestions to you, both from the perspective of whether they like music or whether they're equipment junkies, but also from the standpoint is their opinions or views fundamentally correct for you. This is something that I constantly have to deal with reviewers, not even friends, telling you that this is the latest and best thing and this is what you should own, only for a month later just to promote something else that they've gone off to. And so you really need to spend some time reviewing the reviewers, and you do need to review the audiophile as well, to understand what they're all about. Merely because they've owned a lot of equipment doesn't make them good at what they're doing. I would take that almost as a mark, is that they really don't. So be careful with that. Certainly they can steer you clear of some bad salesmen out there, some bad advice, and that's good. That's a good thing. But don't assume that they're 100% accurate all the time. It's a real risk. So those are my 2 cents on the term audiophile, and take it for what it's worth and go from there. Thank you.